Suspect in fatal stabbing of teen girl in St. Thomas confirmed dead. The police have confirmed that the suspect in Wednesday's murder of 14-year-old Tiana Sutherland in St. Thomas has died. The man was shot on Wednesday by a police team that responded to the murder of the teenager. The Morant Bay Criminal Investigations Branch, who is a United States citizen on holiday with relatives in Blue Maho in St. Thomas, was at home on Wednesday when she was pounced upon by a man said to be of unsound mind who gained entry through an open grill. A tussle ensued during which Tiana was stabbed multiple times. It is reported that she was able to inflict a wound to her attacker and also alert her father via a telephone. Her father arrived on the scene and discovers Tiana in the kitchen with multiple stab wounds. She was rushed to the hospital where she was pronounced dead. Immediate investigation by a member of the St. Thomas Operational Support Team led them to a concrete dwelling nearby. This is where they observed a trail of blood, which led them to bloody clothes. The police say they entered the dwelling and were attacked by a naked man armed with a machete. The police team reportedly took evasive action and shot and killed the suspect. The building was then searched, and Tiana's phone and jewelry were reportedly found on the scene. The incident was reported to the Inspectorate Professional Standard Oversight Bureau and the Independent Commission of Investigations. PNP Defends Wellington over Warmark accuses JLP of targeting outspoken women. The People's National Party PNP says it is standing behind its caretaker in St. Elizabeth Southwest, Miranda Wellington, against what it is called a coordinated smear campaign by the Jamaica Labour Party aimed at silencing outspoken female candidates through distortion, intimidation, and political hostility. At a recent committee meeting, Wellington stated, "This is not going to be an easy victory, but I want you to know that we're prepared for war, and if a war, a war." Jamaica Labour Party Senator and Senior Communications Task Force member Marlon Morgan condemned the remarks as vile and called for an apology. However, the PNP says Wellington's words are metaphorical and reflective of the pressure that women in politics constantly face. She was not threatening violence, but rather responding with defiance to the obstacles in her path. War metaphors are widely used in politics and public life, as in the war of poverty or war on crime. They are expressions of resolve and courage, not literally declarations, the party said. PNP General Secretary Dr. Dayton Campbell added, "This is not an isolated incident. Our female candidates across the island have endured harassment, intimidation, verbal threats, and organized disruptions of their meetings, often led by outsiders brought in to destabilize communities. These attacks have been reported to the Police High Command and to the Office of Political Ombudsman." Accusing the Office of the Political Ombudsman of being too slow to act, Campbell also referenced what he described as the revolt's repeated, throat-sitting gestures on political platform, Everett Warmington's long history of verbal abuse, and Desmond Mackenzie's inflammatory remarks over the years. These patterns are well known, and yet not once has the JLP leader publicly condemned or addressed them. Instead, they attack our women when they speak with passion and purpose, he stated. The PNP indicated it has implemented additional security and protection protocols for its female representatives and campaign themes. The party is also renewing its call on law enforcement, civil society, and the public to safeguard the democratic process and uphold the dignity and safety of all candidates, especially women. Maria Dean's mother finding it hard to come to terms with the sentences handed down to the police officers. Mercy Fraser, the mother of Maria Dean, is still hurting and finding it hard to come to terms with the sentences handed down to the police officers convicted in the case of her son's death. Speaking with reporters, she stated that all three cops are still able to go about their daily lives and interact with family and friends, while she will never see her son again. She is disappointed that her son died after he was taken into custody for a minor offense, noting that those responsible should be held accountable for the major offense of manslaughter.
I don't understand the justice system, and I can't understand for manslaughter how they get to walk out and suspended sentence. No. It's not that I want to be hard, but I'm expecting better from the state. I'm expecting the state to justify between two people and make the ground level. All we are looking for and all I was searching for is just give me some justice. Make who knows for them wrong and whatever, because Maria was wrong to have a marijuana spliff when he know it is illegal, right? He having a spliff doesn't hurt anybody. But the state said it is wrong. And that's a very minor offense.
Of course.
And you couldn't have it in your heart knowing that he was going to work with something so minor to let him go by. But yet he lost his life under your care. I'm just trying to process the thing. And it's not that I hard on them. It's not like I want to see them rot in jail or anything.
No.
It's not like I am pushing to see something evil happen to them. I just want to know that the same state that locked him up, the same system that locked him up for a minor offense, this is a major offense. And whoever caused this major offense should also feel the law and make us feel, all right, them realize them do something wrong and it dealt with, you know. But to know that it did, that's a minor offense. That's a minor offense and shouldn't even be an offense anyway, because it's not a whole lot, it's just a split. And he can lose his life because of a minor offense, but nobody is held accountable for that. I'll never see him again. And if they go to jail even for 1, 10, 20 years or how many years, their family can still reach out to them. Yeah. But it, you know, that's how it is. I just have to accept that and try to move on now. And I really don't like to really talk about it even now, because it's still so, you know, kind of painful.
7.5 Crime Stop reward paid out last year. In 2024, Crime Stop Jamaica received 867 tips, resulting in $7.5 million in rewards, $6.3 million of which was paid under the Wards for a Gun campaign. This is contained in the Planning Institute of Jamaica PIOJ 2024 Economic and Social Survey, which was tabled in the House of Representatives on Tuesday. The report further notes the law enforcement operations resulted in the seizure of 53 illegal firearms and 1,395 rounds of ammunition. The initiative also resulted in the arrest of 55 persons, 21 of whom were arrested for possession of illegal firearms and ammunition, and 4 persons arrested for murder. Additionally, $19.2 million worth of stolen illegal property was recovered and $1.2 million worth of narcotics seized, the document stated. Meanwhile, a total of 13,102 people were arrested and charged by the Jamaica Constabulary Force JCF, reflecting a 3.8% increase compared to 12,627 in the previous year. Of that, 2,529 arrests for Category 1 crimes, individuals aged 25 to 29 accounted for the largest share, 19.3%. Of that, 5,129 people reported as victims of major crimes, 3,542 were male. Category 1 crimes are those considered serious and are often coupled with acts of violence. They include murder, shooting, rape, aggravated assault, robbery, break-ins, and larceny. To subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.